Hey guys, this isn't easy for me to say, but even as someone who spends so much of their time dedicated towards teaching you guys how to play Dota correctly and assessing the meta, I do make mistakes, and I was wrong. I want to use this video to clear up what I did wrong. So last week, I posted my 7.32D carry tier list, and I felt like I had such a good grasp of general viability. I do not believe Spectre deserved the hate that I gave her. The D tier rating that I put Spectre in my tier list. And today's video is going to be telling you exactly why I think she's actually a pretty good hero this patch. I'd put her at least B tier from limited sample size, but I think it could be even greater. Let's go ahead and talk about why I thought Spectre was bad and what has changed so drastically, so suddenly. So as you guys may have seen my short that talked about the Mango starting build, I think it drastically changes the way that Spectre gets to play. And the reason why I think it's such a big deal is that the early laning stage for Spectre has always been one of her biggest issues. And one of my biggest qualms with playing a hero like Spectre right now is that most carries that allow the opponent to just take their tower around like the 5 to 10 minute mark, it feels like they are just weaker than the illusion carries and the ranged carries that make that a lot more difficult. It feels like you just lose a ton of space on the map, and a hero like Spectre, she needs her team to have space because her ability to make plays with Haunt and then her Ags and all that kind of stuff relies on her team to have strong games. And it's really difficult for your team to have strong games if their carry is a liability, losing their tower, basically giving up entire spaces on the map. I always felt like if I'm Spectre, no space on the map, I'm a liability. Once I get Haunt, I can't use it anyways because my teammates were busy helping me, but that has changed. What this Mango build allows you to do is to just naked rush that Blade Mail. Since watching Skeeter's build, I have played Spectre 4 times, and I have won all 4 games. Now, obviously, very small sample size, but it feels powerful. And why does this Mango build make such a difference with this Blade Mail timing? Because in the past, if you go items like Falcon Blade, Treads, whatever, time in which the opponent invades you, you would be vulnerable. You know, the mid laner comes and ganks you, the off laner hits level 6, you get booted out of lane as Spectre, and then you lose your tower. As you see here, I'm in a Spectre game, still like a mediocre start, 36 CS at 9 minutes, nothing special, but I have a Blade Mail. First off, if you're looking at my inventory, you're probably thinking, is this guy 12k or 500 MMR? Neither, guys, but it does look like the bell curve of 5-head to 2-head. What the Blade Mail does is that it allows you, with the sustain from the Mangoes, to be a wall in front of your tower. You actually become a difficult hero to boot out of lane. And I've actually realized that I'm willing to get ganked, and I'm willing for the opponent to invest in killing me because now I'm enabling my team by doing a lot of damage by doing so, and also keeping this tower alive. So a pretty common occurrence, you're carry, you're getting ganked, you're participating in a fight, but notice this early Blade Mail. I get gone on by 3 heroes, pop the Blade Mail, and even though I die, look at the HP of all their heroes. Makes sense. Blade Mail shenanigans. You guys in the super low MMR is always talking about how broken Blade Mail is. You guys are more familiar with this than I am. So the big deal about this is that if they want to take by tower at this stage of the game, they've already lost half to 2/3 of their HP. It's almost impossible to transition that into a push. So across all the games of Spectre that I've been playing, this keeps happening, where I die, and instead of getting booted out of lane and having a horrible game, I just TP right back, and I say, I dare you guys to do it again. And instead of losing my tower, I end up continuing to occupy it, and my offlaners are allowed to do whatever they want, pressure the tower themselves, and basically don't have to come help me. And even though my team does die, and this may not look like the most amazing clip to you guys, any other build of Spectre loses this tower and then proceeds to farm defensively like this for the rest of the game. So I think this makes a significant difference in Spectre's liability aspect to her team, and it has a very smooth transition from here. So pretty much every single game, I'd first like to note that you do not consume the Mangoes until you run out of inventory slots. The Mangoes are allowing you to trade your HP for farming on camps as well as just trading with heroes and such, because you have to think, because of dispersion,
that the more HP regen you have as Spectre, the faster you're actually farming if you're willing to take the damage. So flat HP doesn't help Spectre farm faster, but regen actually allows her to farm faster, especially when you stack camps on the minimark, make sure all the creeps are getting Blade Mail dispersioned off of you at the same time, you actually farm pretty fast. So this Blade Mail not only protects your tower, but it also accelerates your farm in a meaningful way. And you're also decently survivable with the dagger into trees, even though you're a super slow melee hero, dude. So the transition build from here, pretty straightforward. You go treads, potentially a wand if you think you're going to be fighting a lot, and then straight ags. The ags is the crucial part of this build because it gets you into the game. If the haunt is too long of a cooldown to participate in the game, is now, and so the Blade Mail gets you through that window, and then the ags makes you come online really hard. So you go treads, ags, usually manta, and then from there it's kind of situational. You can either play to be the frontline Spectre that everyone knows and loves so that she doesn't die with items like Heart of Tarrasque or Scotty and Basher, or you can be the haunt bot where you're illusions and you end up taking the haunt damage 25 talent later on in the game and also the spectral dagger slow where you're playing off your ags. You can buy items that do a lot of damage like butterfly, even like moon shards, stuff that makes your haunt illusions actually kill people. And attack speed is mainly the way to do that. So I've had both branches of the build happen in my 4 games so far, and I've really been enjoying this build, mainly because it just has a very smooth progression, and I don't feel weak at any portion of the game. And you'd be surprised that pretty much every game, I've had like 5 deaths in the first 20 minutes, and we're just winning because the opponent is destroying themselves trying to kill a Spectre to take my tower, and it isn't working. So yes, of course, they eventually get my tower, but I've always ended up with more space on the map for my team than the opponent has, and that is a feeling I've never had on Spectre. So check out the build towards the end of 7.32D. I think it's really powerful, and I've enjoyed it a lot myself. Let me know what you guys think and how it goes for you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time.